Yeah, that's they decided to open up, I guess, Dodger Stadium again for vaccination, and they're anticipating. Oh, good Lord, I am sick and tired of this anticipation and prognostication of stupid shit that is not. Again, it seems that this whole COVID has cannibalized flu season, so you see very, very little to nothing as far as, hey, get your yearly flu shot. In fact, even the Targets, they used to, starting as of last month, they used to always, by the pharmacy, they'd have the get your flu shot, whatever, and as an inspiration to get your flu shot. I don't know if you they do it over in your areas or anything like that, wherever you are. But, the incentive was also, get your flu shot and get $5 for Target and blah, blah, blah. And I've yet to see that. And I'm like a couple of weeks, actually, and I have to get my butt on that. But I normally, on the latter part of October, towards the beginning part of November, I normally get my shot there. Especially just because I'm just more worried about, because the last time when I was still out on the streets, I contracted flu and walking pneumonia twice, and then the second time it was a bit of a scare for me, and I was at Arcadia Methodist, and I go, yeah, I gotta go. Well, Charlie, we gotta admit you in, because you got pneumonia and all this, and with your asthma, blah blah blah, you're pretty bad shape. I go, yeah, but I have all my property in the motel. And this is when I was working at Sugarfish, and the time that I was in the hospital, I ended up missing a couple of days of work, and I had to take a voluntary quit. They didn't know that I was homeless and stuff like that, so can't contest that. So I 8-9 months of working, in the kitchen, maintaining my hygiene, mind you, always maintaining my hygiene. My care for working in the kitchen and for the general public as well was the number one concern. So, but yeah, I got to get my flu shot. Red notice. So. Yeah, they're doing that. And so since they opened up again Dodger Stadium, I was kind of thinking, well, you really can't tell. You can't really get a beat or a sense of the beat of the city in Pasadena or Glendale or Arcadia, just because it's a little bit more secluded, I guess. I don't know. It's just kind of strange. So I figured I'd come out to Hollywood and kind of see how the general public is acting. Freaking everything's normal, you don't see people running around freaking out and anything like that. So yeah, I wanted to come out and to get the heck away from the house for a little bit. And so I'm not at home just getting fat. I'm serious, man. As easily as I can lose weight and get down to nothing, it quickly adds up if I'm just sitting around on my fat ass and trying to ignore the stupidity around me. So figured I'd come in and get some steps and burn some calories off. Plus it's a beautiful day, and I didn't want to be in the house, and kind of around 5 o'clock in the morning she starts rearing up and getting their attitude, turns the volume up a little bit more on the video games, and yeah. I am now, I think, on Sunset? Yeah, Sunset. This was this was my old Wells Fargo bank over here. I can't remember what the institutions that these particular buildings used to be. Household finance? It wasn't Security Pacific Bank. It was something else. I can't remember. But anywho, that banking institution has changed quite a bit. That away behind me is headed down a little bit more toward the east. Going on the right-hand side of the street is Ktla Studios, which is kind of nicknamed the White House because it is for you locals, you understand, it is one huge like block of just, it looks like the White House. And back in the day, it used to be, I believe, a bowling alley. So when you know that that it used to be a bowling alley, you can kind of see it. But it's Ktla Studios, in I think now under ownership of Netflix. So, and that company has changed quite a bit. I think they were part of Times Mirror Corporation, but yeah, it's changed a lot. And that was another reason why, because as much as I like KTLA, I always end up trying to go to them. I only stay with one news station, really. And from there, I pick up whatever it is that they're spewing, and then I go to the internet and try to find out for myself. And if I can, then I'll just come over and check out what the haps are and everything else. Just over there, not too long ago, over behind me and to my right is Arclight, which is the Pacific Cinerama Dome, if you remember. Yeah, it's not so bad right now. It's kind of nice. But it is also supposed to be warm for the next few days here. It's kind of nice. And they're also screaming, see, it's global warming, it's the environment. I'm just really tired of this. There is no quality of life here in California anymore, honestly. I don't think so. It certainly doesn't seem it. In LA now, they are really pushing for minimum wage, more for like WeHo, to $17.64 an hour. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, but that's going to be the most highest in the nation across the board. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, well, no, because everything's going to go up. Retailers are going to have to compensate in some way, whether it be food, fast food, really anything. Prices are going to go up. They also reported here that over the next course of maybe 2 years, that rent is going to be, I think, going up on an average of $250 or so in LA County, and in Orange County, almost $500 on top of what people are paying a month. So, and my room is listed for $950, just a room, just a freaking room. That's it. I mean, mind you, I had the largest room in the house, $950. When my ex and my daughter and I first came to Pasadena and we got our studio, that was $650 a month. Tiny as it was for the three of us, my wife, my daughter, and I, and then the cat. So yeah, it's just getting too freaking expensive out here, It's just, and don't get me wrong, as far as being employed and everything, it helps, though quickly as you earn the money, it quickly dissipates in food, bills, on rent. And it doesn't matter even if your rent is subsidized, because even if your rent is subsidized, whatever you have left is gonna go to, and just coming out, just coming out. January, sometime the second week of January, Metro here is supposed to resume taking in fares. Yeah, they did mention that possibly increase in fares. So I'm not looking forward to that. You know, it's been nice and fun, but I knew that ride was gonna quickly end, so yeah. Alright, let's walk a little bit more and see how far I can get. Alright, this is Argyle and Sunset, and we were just over there. That was Sunset and Vine. Traveling backwards east. This is the old Nickelodeon Studios. Wow. Remember Nickelodeon? I certainly do. A lot of great shows and cartoons. And over here, there was some filming over. Remember the Florentine Gardens where I was last week? They've since occupied there, and they got the whole filming crew occupied in the parking lot and whatever. It's just a place. This looks like they're doing some filming. This is the Palladium. The beautiful Palladium Theater. Yeah, I was... we were at a concert over here from some friends of ours, and I had gotten ill, and I remember I wasn't feeling well, and I came out here, barfed a few times, and just fell asleep in the back of the car. I was 85, 86, 84, 85. And I say friends because my brother's sister used to work for Rat, the rock group Rat. R-A-T-T-T. T-T-T-T-T. And they were here doing a show. We had tickets and everything. I think it was the four of us. Anyway, we were over here, and there was another band that was opening up. And if I remember correctly, once you're inside, it kind of, the theater is towards the back, and it kind of wraps around like this. And there were 3 huge, I believe, double doors. And I didn't know what, I was sick. I mean, I don't know if I had mono or what the heck. Yeah, see? It's a very, very beautiful theater in there. It's huge. It's a lot bigger than you would think. But I don't know what was going on with me. And were we? Oh, we were all working at Burger King in Manhattan Beach at that time. Yeah, we were like 16. Well, I was the oldest. I was 17, just coming up on 17. My buddies were 16. And yeah, just didn't get to enjoy the show. And we later got to go see, about a month later, Rat opened up for Ozzy Osbourne on Bark of the Moon Theater tour. And then after the show, we had backstage passes. That was a trip. That was a real trip to go backstage at Ozzy and Rat. That was it was pretty neat. The bathrooms were like co-ed, and it's like, okay, that was very interesting. Coming up over here is the Gower Studios, and actually Sugarfish, where I interviewed, back in, I got hired in 2018, got started off at the 7th and Figueroa, and then later got transferred to the Pasadena store. Yeah, it's just down on the left. This is like Gower Square right there. Great Denny's and Sunset Studios, Gower Studios, the old Gower Studios. And Sugarfish should be right over here on the corner. I was actually supposed to be hired at this location, and then he sought me to be starting at the downtown LA. And then, lucky for me, I ended up getting transferred to the Pasadena location. And there's Sugarfish by Nozawa. Tiny, tiny kitchen, but what comes out of the kitchen is just awesome. This is definitely the old part of Hollywood. This is where the Hollywood Christmas Parade comes through. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. It is scheduled. I don't know how they're going to do it. I think you have to reserve. I just don't know how they're going to do the crowd control. As I was on the bus coming out this way, I did notice that on Orange Grove, they just started putting up the grandstands for the media. Normally by now, all along Colorado Boulevard towards the east, they would have already started, but late start. So I'm curious to see how they're going to do it. So there it is. And this is where it normally comes, all the way down this way. Gower, the old Gower Studios. Technicolor. There it is. Gower Studios. Most of these properties are all from the old startup of the Hollywood era and the film. Non-talkies, and then coming in and progressing in through the talkies. This is an old, I think this is part of actually Gower Studios. Viacom is over there. CNN is over there. Let's see. Yeah, this whole property right over here. It's part of the old Gower. There's KTLA. There's our hosts for the Christmas parade. And there's KTLA. Let's go check it out. Pretty trippy, huh? It's kind of neat. I wonder if it looks any different in the evening. Arby's. Oh my God, I found you. Those of you that know what an Arby's is or are lucky enough to have an Arby's in your state or wherever you are, Market Fresh sandwiches. When I just first met my first wife and we were dating, they were coming out with the Market Fresh sandwiches. And then when we moved to Stevens Point, I gained so much weight after moving to Wisconsin and being married. A block or two away from our house, from our duplex, there was an Arby's. And the wife and I was the instigator. I was totally in love with the Arby's. And then we had a Culver's half a block away, so it would be like a market sandwich from Arby's for lunch and maybe dinner at home. And then it was, hey honey, I'm gonna take Christopher and we're gonna go to Culver's. I'd get a banana split, and she was all about the hot fudge sundaes. So yeah, woo. Arby's has had their issues. We did have one in Temple City, but they closed that one down. This is about the closest one to me in my area. Yeah. Maybe when I get a little bit more cash or something and get my finances back under control, I will come out here and just pig out as much as I can and maybe grab a couple of sandwiches, especially now that they got another lineup of sandwiches. So, oh yeah, that bread though is like very soft Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about. There it is, KTLA. This is nicknamed the White House, turned into a studios. And this place has been, wow, 60 or so years, plus maybe 10, 15, I would say. But yeah, it's really cool. And that's a newer addition. And the freeway is right over there. So this is KTLA Studios. Sunset Bronson Studios, and I think that is the Netflix. But yeah, see, the White House, and this used to be a bowling alley and whatever. I'll see if I can try to find some historical links. But yeah, I wasn't gonna walk this far, but I had to start take a few steps just to get motivated. I'm dragging feet again, and I see again now, once she gets full wind and knowing my schedule of working, it's going to be resuming back to her tweaking out and they tweaking out and never getting any rests, just like I did last year working at Target, running on 2.5 to 3 hours of sleep, less sleep than I was getting actually when I was homeless. So I'm not really looking forward to that. That's why this whole stupid thing with the lockdown and everything and increasing of contaminations or infections or whatever they want to freaking call it worries me, because it just gives them an excuse to do whatever and just, oh, I'll take care of my family. I'll provide shelter for them. It's like, oh, fuck me, man. It's just, it's not so bad for my other housemate, but for me, I get the brunt of all that crap. Yeah, see, Netflix. Yeah. So this is the parent company right here. Palm Tree Line Studios, of course, Southern California and all. About it. It's I'm tired. I'm really exhausted. Oh man. Oh yeah, there's another encampment over there behind the truck. All right, my friends, I think let's cross. Here we go. Lay White House. And there's the other part of the parent company on Holdings. I can't remember what that was, but there's another one. See, and there's just so many of these older apartment buildings and stuff like that. These are just cool. I love the fire escapes. And here's the White House. Cutely named. It's nice though. And probably in about another 5-8 years, Netflix will have already used up KTLA, sell it off, and then someone else will take control and assume parentship of KTLA. Actually, KTLA was one of the earliest and the first here in Hollywood. I believe, if I am correct, they were the first ones to have a helicopter news, and they were one of the very first ones, if not the first ones, to really do a lot of in-depth reporting. Hollywood, anything Hollywood and Los Angeles and immediate Southern California. And when they did get their helicopter and they were taken to the air, literally to the air, it was no stopping them. I mean, aside from CBS, NBC, and ABC, it's kind of funny. They're not as bad, but still, as of last year, rhetoric-wise and everything else. Yeah, they've gone definitely more far left. I mean, far freaking left. It's just, I'm sick of that shit. And there's the Hollywood sign up there behind me. All right, let's see if we can cross without getting hit or tripping. Shoot! Oh Lord! All right. I'm going to try to head back up to Hollywood Boulevard and get back. All right, my friends. And as they say again here in Hollywood, that's a wrap. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other. Help one another. Be kind to each other. Help one another. Be kind to each other. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button, tell your friends and family about me, about us, and yeah. Came out here and back in Hollywood, Arby's. You know, and their shakes are none too bad either, but it's all about their market sandwiches. Big, thick, fat market sandwiches. I think I just gained like 10 pounds. Classic roast beef. Oh yeah, the Arby's sauce and the horsey sauce. Very awesome. Thank you. All right, folks, comments, good or bad, please post below. And it's a good thing I'm broke. Actually, it's a good thing that with the little that I have, I just don't, it doesn't make sense to spend the money out here. All right, folks, I will post when I can. Until then, bye-bye.